Hold on a second, did we just replace France with Burgundy? And we're also a part of the Holy Roman Empire, whilst at the same time playing Toll? We sure did, and for 10,000 likes, we'll get the Mare of Lotharingia achievement, where we have to have a Mare leader whilst being the nation of Lotharingia. Burgundy was always a pretty strong nation and one of the big contenders in Europe, but with the recent patch, they actually buffed this up a lot, indirectly speaking, and you'll see what I'm talking about as we go along in the video. First off, obviously, we got to talk about the missions that they have. They have some really insane missions, including the public wheel, which leads to the King of the Franks, that basically transfers all of France's vassals to you. So that means you take all of their vassals with the click of a button. Before we do it, however, we're going to go ahead and we're going to give out the +1 mana privileges for all 3 of the estates. And I know some of you guys are saying that, oh, you're getting massive debuffs. Look at this, 150% Liberty Desire from subject development. That's massive, right? No, it's not. Look at this. 5%, 4%, 8%. It's like nothing. Speaking of Liberty Desire, we need to actually have less than 1% Liberty Desire in our vassals to get permanent claims on Lorraine, and we can do that right now, actually. Even with the privilege of an out, we can still do that. But let's finish our estates first. Summon the Diet, go for whichever agenda best suits you. Use your starting admin points to stab up once, and then after you stabbed up, give out the -25 advisor cost reduction privileges. Supremacy over the crown is also great, as is the patronage of the arts for the extra prestige. After you do all this, you can also seize the crownlands and you get a little bit of crownlands. Then, in order to get these guys loyal, what we can do is enable support loyalists for all 3 of them. And then for the Duchy of Nevers, we have 2 options. Either we develop one of their provinces once, or we can just simply placate their leader, Dariago. Now it's 0%, and that means we can do placate subjects, our mission. We have another mission we can do quite easily on in the game, namely English Alliance. There's 2 ways you can do this. Either you rival France and insult them, and you rival England and insult them, or you rival France and insult them, and you ally England. Most of the times, England is actually going to rival you and the French, so clearly your first 2 rivals are going to be England and France. And to finish the mission, remember that you also have to send them an insult. Make sure it's a regular insult, not a scornful insult, as it doesn't work to do the mission if you send them a scornful insult. That gives us improved relations +25, but it gives us access to the public wheel mission. Now, to do this mission, we got to get 100 relations with 3 of France's starting vassals. And once you do that mission, it's going to make all of their vassals insanely disloyal, 50% Liberty Desire in all their vassals. We're going to delete the fort in Picardy, the fort in Auxerre. So essentially, these forts are basically useless, since these provinces are grasslands and farmlands, so it would be really easy for the French to take these forts. On the other hand, Luxembourg, Namur, and Franche-Comté are a little bit harder to take. Don't forget to also get Provence as another one of your rivals, because we will be attacking Provence for the provinces that they have in Lorraine eventually. We're also going to get advisors, discipline or morale of armies. Diplo reputation would be amazing since you have so many vassals. And at the start, I guess, national tax is not bad. And take note, all of these guys are 45% cheaper because of the privilege that we gave out, and because we start with advisor cost -20% from our leader. You might also notice that Charles is here, and you cannot disinherit him because of historical reasons. So the way that the Burgundian inheritance works in EU4, it's actually tied to Charles. If Charles dies, the Burgundian inheritance cannot trigger. So he has to become the king of our country for that to trigger. And guess what? We want it to trigger because it allows us to instantly integrate all of our subjects. That means all of these guys and whatever subjects we take from the French at the same time. You also start with 10% professionalism. So what we'll be doing is we'll be slackening professionalism. It's because we will have to recruit the free company, and if we recruit any mercenary company, lose professionalism for every single company that you hire. So we would have lost that professionalism anyway. Don't forget to also disable support loyalist after you do your mission. I also recommend that you sell off your starting ships. Make sure you divide them into 1-1 ships. This way you can sell 40 ducats for the heavy ships per ship, so that means you're going to get 80 ducats overall. You end up starting with a lot more money. Remember that we cannot sell crownlands anymore, so these ships getting sold is our starting economic boost that will help fund our war against the French. Now, aside from selling the ships, we're also going to do one more thing. We're going to seize the province of Aretelois from the nation of Nevers, and the reason we're doing this is because we can actually release the nation of Champagne from here. So go over to your diplomatic screen, and then we release these boys, which means we got some cores on the French, so we can attack the French as soon as they start their war against the English, which will make it really easy for us to win our war. It will make the nation of Nevers a little bit disloyal. Nothing to worry about. You either can placate them, or you can just develop lands, or just improve relations with them, and eventually they're going to be back to loyal. Since we have so much extra money, we're going to hire the Free Company now. This way we're going to give them a few months tick so their morale goes up a little bit before the war starts. And you start with Philip as a general. You might as well use them, but take note, it will increase the chances of him dying, and the last of our ships has been sold. We actually made close to 200 something ducats from all of this, so definitely worth it. Don't forget to also give out the strong duchies privilege once you have 2 vassals. It only works after you got Champagne and Nevers as vassals. Alliance wise, I recommend you get an alliance with the Austrians and with Aragon. This is because a lot of the times Aragon will help you in a war against the French, as will the Austrians if you get a little bit of good relations with them. And now let's start actually improving relations with all of the French vassals till they start their war with the English. There's about a 50% chance that they actually do start this war. Oh wow, seriously dude, right now I'm getting this dumb event for real? Alright boys, we got 100 relations with 3 of their vassals. Let's get another general. Oh, that's actually really good. 2 shock and 1 siege. That's going to be really helpful. League of the Public Wheel, which offers a ton of liberty desire in France's vassals, and if we hover over them, all of them are disloyal, which means they're not going to help the French in battle. Set the reconquest of Namur as the main target, and God wills it, let's go with the war, boyos. Let's go with the war. Make sure we let our vassals attach to our armies, and it is vital that you guys listen to this very important advice. Do not kill their vassals' armies. Target and kill the main French armies, because if the French have no armies, it's going to make their vassals even more disloyal. But if you kill off their vassals' armies, then the opposite happens and they become more loyal towards France. With a bit of luck, be able to win this easily because they got -1 roll. Let's target the other army they got over here in the south. And look at this. After we won that battle, their vassals are even more disloyal. Always take advantage of situations. So here, they're attacking my vassal. They got movement locked, so they cannot move away. And I'm gonna reinforce my vassal. They got -1 dice roll, and they got a 9 again. Are you freaking kidding me right now, game? What the hell, man? Why do I keep getting all the horrible rolls? This is not fair. You can also give out objectives for your vassals and personal union members, so they actually take specific provinces that you want them to take. So far, the situation is going pretty good. I really don't get it, man. I keep getting 1s and 0s, and they keep getting 8s and 9s. What is this? Hey guys, look at this. Auvergne, Bourbonnais, Orléans, 100% liberty desire, boyos, because I'm targeting only the French army. So I don't want to see you in the comment section going, oh, but their vassals are not disloyal. There's no better feeling than destroying a complete enemy army like I am doing right now with the French army. And look at their vassals not even helping right next to us, and they're not even lending a single helping hand. France is down to 8,000 soldiers now, man. Hello, the siege of Verdun is done. That rhymed, everybody. The siege of Verdun is done. Hey. They're still not gonna piece us out, so we're gonna need to get a little bit more war score from Lorraine. Paris has also fallen, and it would seem like the French made peace with the English. I really love baiting the AI, so I was waiting for them to actually attack my vassals' troops, and now I'm gonna absolutely crush them in this battle as well. Oh, they finally got a 1, guys, and I got a 0 and a 1, and they got a 7. Okay, you know what? Screw this game, man. Finally, we managed to stack wipe the remainder of their troops. Let's also wipe out the troops of Lorraine. Oh, lol, we can even call in Aragon now. I'm happy that we took Chartres, but I really want us to take Lorraine because I want to get my white peace with Provence. The sooner the better. The reason I want to get a white peace is obviously because I want to attack Provence in 5 years, because by not canceling this alliance, the French are going to be in that war. I can get my white peace though. I can get my white peace 49-48. Very, very freaking close. Schnaps. I'm going to lose the Holland army. You know, I never understood this. Why is it that every single time the AI sieges one of my forts, it instantly goes to 7%, but when I'm sieging down forts, it takes 100 freaking thousand million years? The last of the brave brave Free French troops surviving in the south. Reminds me of Vichy France for some reason. I think we got more than enough war score with Lyonnais in our possession. Let's bring our diplomat back. Aragon did absolutely schnapps this war. They didn't help a single little bit, but doesn't matter. Let's do this particular peace deal. So we've actually given control of these 4 provinces to Champagne, because Champagne actually has cores on all 4 of these provinces. And for each of the cores that we give back, it lowers their liberty desire. Oh, we can take some money too. We can take 30 ducats. In any case, we're going for this weird ass deal here because we got 5 provinces in the north, including Paris. We got Forêt and another 2 here, which essentially is the amount of provinces that we need to do the next mission, the King of the Franks. You need 18 provinces in the French region, and you can only get 18 provinces in the French region if you go for this exact peace deal as mine in the first war against the French. Otherwise, you have to wait until the second war against them, where you gotta attack somebody else in the French region. You will be wondering, why can I not take these 2 provinces? The only reason that you cannot take those 2 provinces is because you don't have Diplotech 4. So make sure you get Diplotech 4 in order to get these 2 provinces here. And don't complain in the comment section that you cannot take these 2 provinces. I'm looking at you. And we also have become a great power now, which is amazing. We can get all of our war score from the Portuguese lands more than any other province in this war, because we obviously cannot cross into the English lands, but we do have all of Portugal that we can attack, and that's a lot of juicy war score right there. Oh, we can call in Austria now. Sure, we can do that. Not like we need any help, but it's fine. Maybe they can actually kill off the English army that's sieging down our capital. We're kind of tied down here until we finish taking both of these fortifications. Oh, really, England? You're running away now, bro? We actually cored up Paris, which means we can do the King of the Franks mission that offers all of France's vassals to us. I'm not gonna click this mission just yet. I will click it after I've integrated the nation of Champagne, because if I click it now, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult to keep these nations in check. We want to keep them in Slovak, not in Czech, okay? Just saying. That's like the worst dad joke ever. Still kind of proud of it. Whenever I read the name Ken, I think about the cat that goes like Ken. Imagine Portuguese troops in the Austrian lands in 1453 in our timeline. Okie dokie, yo. We got Lisbon and the rest of Portugal, which is fair to say that they're gonna give us our demands now. Yep, they will. Oh, surprisingly, the English actually got a few extra troops in this area, so let's fight them off. This should give us the extra war score that we need. Arrivederci, Engliski. Are you kidding me? They actually took the fort, bro. On the bright side, whilst we're waiting to retake this fort, we can get more war score by killing off all of the English armies that we see. And of course, I got Comet sighted, because why wouldn't I, right? Oh, we got Traveling Minstrel, so let's actually boost us up to level 2 and then 3 stability. Noise. We can get our second tier reform. We're gonna go for noble privilege for the extra manpower, obviously. Later on, we'll get the autonomy change reduction, advisor cost reduction, production efficiency, governing capacity, and political absolutism if we stay on this path. And we took back the fort in Caen. Coalition-wise, literally nobody important would actually join in this coalition. I'm gonna go for war reparations also, and whatever money I can take from them is perfect. You know what? I might just not take La Bourde right now and take more money. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that actually, because I really have money right now to fix my economy. We can also start integrating our vassal since we are at peace now. We also can embrace the Renaissance, which is amazing. Can go ahead and take Diplotech 5 in that case. Concentratio followed by Coriapio. Don't forget to also lower the autonomy in your provinces now. And we're gonna have a couple of years in which we'll basically just chill. I forgot to delete the fort in Calais. Finally, Philip has passed away, which means that now Charles is the one in charge of the country. And that means that once this guy dies, we're gonna get the Burgundian inheritance triggering. It can happen really fast, or it can happen really slow. It's super RNG, so keep that in mind. Time to go to war with Provence. We're gonna call in Castile and promise land to the Papal States. Most of the French vassals are still super disloyal. It might surprise you, but I'm actually going for a white peace with the French. And the reason I'm getting a white peace is because in 5 years, I can take a lot more land instead of just taking double the aggressive expansion from taking stuff now. Plus, it makes my original truce with the French 3 years faster, so I didn't lose anything. Maybe a little bit of manpower here and there, but it's not a big loss. Men are replaceable. Everybody is aware of this, okay? Hey, we can do the Papal Relations mission now, which offers some papal influence, and it leaves leads to the Feast of Pheasants, which essentially gives a holy war CB against the Ottomans for everybody in Europe that is Catholic and have less than 50 opinion towards the Ottomans, plus a good opinion of us. So I guess it's not everyone in Europe, but like half of Europe. 453, we cannot disinherit Mare, and it leads down the path of the Burgundian invasion. I mean, inheritance. And also that means that we can eventually do the Mare of Lotharingia achievement, where we need to have a ruler that is called Mare, and we are the nation of Lotharingia. So that means we gotta form Lotharingia. And if you guys want me to do that, where's my 10,000 likes, eh? I feel like I'm holding you guys hostages sometimes with my 10,000 likes like goals. Oh, take a Rams and Champagne gets some disloyalty towards me. I am so gonna take this. This is gonna scratch off like 2 years off of me integrating this vassal, because this is the highest development province they have. Sadly, Provence is going to be completely wiped off the face of the map, because I'm going to give the south provinces to my ally Papal States and in the rest. I do have a potential small coalition against me, basically everybody in Western Germany. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to try and speed up the integration process of this nation. So let's seize one more province, which means that we're going to have 114. And Dariago, integration is a slow process indeed. Let's go ahead and kill off the rebels. And hey, well, look at this, boys. We can now become a kingdom, which means we got one more diplomat starting from next month. This really is going to be of massive help, by the way, especially because we're going to have to improve relations with some nations that are right now extremely pissed off at us. Let's cancel out some of these forts here. We also can sell some titles for some quick cash and then seize crownlands. We have to fight a few rebels, but not a big deal. It's worth it considering we just got 500 ducats. The French have actually started integrating their vassals, so I'm going to go ahead and do this mission. Might as well do it now before they start integrating the rest of their vassals. Take note though that once you do transfer the vassals, the relative power of all the vassals is calculated together. Right now it's actually manageable. As you can see, they're not super disloyal, and if they are a little bit disloyal here and there, we can just placate or whatever to keep them in check. The big problem is the fact that we have 11 out of 8 diplo relation slots now, so that definitely is going to turn into a little bit of an issue. At this point, I'm really looking forward for the Burgundian inheritance to trigger so I can actually integrate everybody for free. It's a matter of waiting though. You never know if he's going to die fast, if he's going to die slow. The best thing you can do is make sure that he's assigned as a general to one of your armies. That's going to increase the chances of him dying. This mission also gave us permanent claims on the entirety of the French region, however. So in the next war, we have the claims that we need to take lands from the French. And because these are permanent claims, once we start coring up these lands, it's going to be 25% cheaper to core up. When you go to the player map mode, it's so weird having so many little spots all around France. And the truce is done with the French keys. Let's declare war on them now. Freaking Castile, dude. Seriously, you need me in this war? You literally win the war already, dude. Holy schnaps, man. I'm gonna join. I'm a good ally, goddammit. I'm a good ally. Soon I'm probably gonna be a dead ally as well. We got our first idea unlocked, and you guessed it, we're going quantity. Some of you might be like, oh, go Diplo. Oh, go influence. No, we're not doing that because we're instantly integrating these guys via the Burgundian inheritance, and we don't need Diplo or influence afterwards. And by going quantity, we make sure that we have basically insanely high amounts of manpower, and manpower wins every single war. Them feelings when your entire country is occupied, but you're sieging this one province with the entirety of your alliance block. This is just big smart. You just don't understand it. AI knows better than you. Let's see if we can also break up this party that they have on the province of Antwerpen. Pretty evenly matched here. We got about the same amount of troops. Chase them back. Aber uns ist stark in Verpenikum, ja. I'm gonna cancel all of the alliances that Lorraine has. This way, if somebody around them wants to attack them, it's gonna be an easier time. So in this peace deal, we're taking 4 provinces directly, plus we're releasing the nation of Dauphin, and we're doing that because it's 100% sure that we can diplo-vassalize them. There you go here. It shows that we can diplo-vassalize them. Plus, we're gonna release Gascony and Toulouse from these 2 other provinces that we took after we finished the war with with Aragon. I forgot I'm in this war, actually. Let me help out the Castilians. Apparently, they need some help. Ooh, looks like everybody's leaving the coalition against us. How many nations left in the coalition? Right now, it's Mainz and Nassau. All right, cool. Oh, snapped, dude. My boy just died, and I have 3 options here. I can either remain Burgundian, which does not do schnapps. It basically means I'm going to go to war with France and the Austrians, or I can choose to be a PU under the Austrians or PU under the French. Go for the PU under the French. It's a lot easier. And the French are at war with the English now. Oh man, this is just beautiful. Sadly, I did not get the chance to diplo vassalize Dauphin or the chance to release Gascony and Toulouse. Otherwise, I would have had all of South France in me once I got integrated. But like I said, it's completely random. No way of actually telling when the dude's gonna die. I'm lucky I even managed to get this amount of land. It's pretty big in my opinion. We can click on Unite the Realms now that we've integrated the Dutch lands. And let's start consolidating our units over here. And very, very important, guys, make sure that you make full states out of every single one of the newly added provinces. It's really important that you do this and also concentrate everywhere. I'm sorry, what the hell? Dauphin is a junior partner of France? What? How did this happen? Bro, I'm not gonna say no to kicking a little bit of English ass whilst I'm under this PU, I guess. Oh, 9! England, you lost your entire army. Oh dear, oh dear. Once you fall under a PU with the French, a few things are gonna happen. First off, there's gonna be an imperial diet, the Burgundian inheritance, and they're gonna ask certain things. They demanded lowland independence here, and the French said no, but the French can say yes also. If they do say yes, you get cores on every single province in the lowlands that gets released. So not to worry, you can still get those lands back. But if you really don't want to give up your lands here, you can crash the game Alt F4 until the outcome is the one that I got, which is I keep the lowlands and the Austrians get a CB on the French. So if the Austrians declare on the French, let the Austrians win. What's gonna happen is more than likely you're gonna gain your independence from that war. And speaking of, you guys can check out this save game on my Patreon, link in the description below. What? Geneva is actually winning the independence war against Savoy? Who are they getting supported by? Okay, Aragon, Teutons, Switzerland. Yeah, okay, Savoy is in a little bit of a pickle here. Another cool thing that happens if you are under a PU with the French is they keep improving your provinces to lower your liberty desire. They've already improved my provinces like 6 times. Eventually, you're gonna get the event that the Duchess of Burgundy died, and that means we're gonna start a war of independence against the French, even if your truce is not over. So we're actually skipping 5 years because my truce was gonna finish in 83. And obviously, we're gonna win this war. We basically have 5 times more troops than they got. This is what I like to call siege town. Righto, boys. So in the peace deal, we're taking the entirety of the northern parts of France. We're letting them keep everything in the south, and we're actually releasing their other PU member, Dauphin, because we're nice, cool people, and we like to have Dauphin as our next vassal. Most importantly, guys, this is what I was planning to do from before. We're gonna release Toulouse in order to feed them back the rest of their cores here. There you go. In the next war, we got a lot of extra cores to get. Problem is, I cannot release Gascony anymore because they already have 6 cores because I integrated the south parts here. So if I release Gascony, I actually lose a little bit more. So in the next war, I'll just take my cores back and just directly take the other parts of France. We also can do the mission succession or secure the succession, which means we can ask the Emperor to join the HRE, or we can just ask them not to join the HRE. Let's go ahead, see what happens. Maybe they're gonna agree to it, maybe not. It's completely RNG. If they don't agree, I will just dismantle the HRE. There's no HRE without Burgundy. And now Austria has to decide whether Burgundy will join the Empire or not. If they ban my entrance, I'm gonna get PU Restoration CB on all of their electors, or subjugation if these electors are not monarchies. We got an alliance with the Poles, which means we can do the Feast of Pheasants that offers a Holy War CB against the Ottomans. I'm not gonna enact this just yet because I'm gonna wait for the decision of the HRE. If I get accepted in the HRE, then I'm just gonna go to war with the Ottomans. If I don't get accepted, then I'm gonna go to war with the HRE. So obviously obviously it depends a little bit here. All right, boys, look like we are now a part of the HRE. All right, we are literally half of the HRE right now, and it also means we can do the Feast of Pheasants, so we can start our war against the Ottomans, and we can do the mission Join the Empire that offers us a lot of permanent claims on the western part of Germany. I really was hoping that I would get PU against Bohemia, but you can't win them all, can you? We also got our old alliance sets back, Austria, Castile, and Poland, and because of that, I think we can join in together against the Ottomans. Yes, we can. I just realized Wallachia actually took most of Transylvania. What? Oh man, I really want to help them form Romania now. The fact that we got cannons means that we can barrage all of their forts now and take these lands a lot faster. You know, it's pretty obvious whenever the Ottomans attack you that they are ready to win that battle. I had more troops than them, but nope, they got better unit pips and they got another 20k reinforcement stack, so let's get the hell out of there. I'm also impressed by the fact that the AI is actually building forts in the proper locations now. I also just noticed the massive Nogai horde that basically killed off the entirety of the Great Horde, and from what I can tell, they even managed to get into the Iranian lands. What? Jesus, mother of behemoth. Look at this, guys. 17,000 cavalry units and 27 infantry in one stack, bruh. It's always a pretty good strategy to just take out the allies of the Ottomans from the war whenever you're fighting them. This way you can just 100% focus on the Ottomans themselves. Ooh, looks like Aragon just became a junior partner of Castile. About time. We don't have the war score despite having most of this because these dum-dums are losing a lot of battles. But once we get a hold of Istanbul, it's going to be a lot easier. Don't tell me Poland pieced out. Of course they did. Of course they did. They were literally about to take the freaking fort and they pieced out. Bro. Time for us to do this ourselves, I guess. And of course the Austrians also pieced out. Nice, Austria. I actually hate you right now, you bastards. Leaving me alone against the Ottomans. Also without even taking the fort that you were about to take. Ah, man, this is just horrible. The Ottomans have very few troops left now, however, so there's that. Before anything else, we have to destroy their army, and what better way of destroying it except starting with the 0 dice roll. We might have a chance at winning this because we have considerably more troops than them. Winning that battle actually turned the tide because they don't have the ticking war score anymore. So let's actually get our peace deal here. Tell you what, because I'm such a nice guy, I'll give quite a little bit more land back to the natives in the Balkans, and I'm gonna take considerably less money. I'm sacrificing my financial goals here so I can help the people of the Balkans. There you go, Albania, Serbia, you got a fresh start. I might even ally you so I make sure that you don't get completely killed off by the Ottomans. Maybe even vassalize you in the future, let's see. Oh, there you go, coalition left. Nice, boys. They got too scared of the fact that we're not at war with the Ottomans anymore. And let's invest even more in our country, build more barracks also. So now that we are a part of the HRE, we can do the Crown of Lothair, which changes our nation to Lotharingia. All we need to have for that is simply get 13 more provinces that are highlighted right now. And considering that our aggressive expansion is 45, which is super acceptable, we should be able to get those provinces fairly early on. And after we formed Lotharingia, we can also do this achievement of Mare of Lotharingia. 10,000 likes if you want to see that. And check out this awesome Castile video until the next time. And I want to give a very big thank you to all of my channel members, Patreon members, as well as my Twitch supporters. I really wouldn't be able to do this without all of your support.